You know what? Hope is what makes us human at the end of the day. It is our undying quality that we always think that it'll get better.
All right, save it for Sunday morning, sir. But yeah, you had Benzo light things up. We talked about him scoring.
That's Friday night to you, okay? And this guy hasn't gone to church in years. I don't even think I'm allowed in churches.
Oh man, I actually went the other Sunday. It was nice. It was fun.
Look at you, very proud.
It's a lot of fun going there. You know.
Do they also call you India in the church?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no.
No. Like this was like
they
actual
call
church.
you they call you maid, right? They call you maid instead. I love when people do that. People's like, I'm straight up on the broadcast. We're like, hey, maid, and you're like,
and it's like, what told you the nickname was gonna be maid? Like, but maybe it's people like, oh, I don't want to call him a country. It might be offended. I don't know, dude. But anyway, Benzo finally misses a shot. He went 8 for 9 in game 1.
You're just baiting everybody. You just put a word that you're offended by in your name just to bait people into offending you.
Oh, hey, it's 2021. It won't be hard to do so.
That's so funny.
Defense was great.
It's 2022, India. Get with the program. Wake
up. You know how when you're in school and on the top right-hand corner you got to write the date?
Dude. Facts.
I need an eraser every time. I promise we'll get back to the game. We're just hoping it's a lot closer one than it was in game 1 where you had nothing to something, blow them out by 20+ points. And there's Cooks right back to doing what he did in game 1. Benzo, as we mentioned, 8 for 9, 20 points. Cooks 11 points, 3 for 5 from the 3-point line. And just about everyone on Impact Nation had struggled. Splash, the point guard, went 1 for 6, 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. So hoping he can get something going. That shot's going to be early, right on cue.
That is not what you want.
We knew that we knew Impact Nation were underdogs coming into this one, similar to Bama. Go Dogs, by the way.
Go Dogs! Great game last night.
Oh, phenomenal game.
So I'm gonna give an opinion right now to the chat and to the people because we have some very good players on the floor tonight for Impact. Excuse me, or for Impact and nothing to something as well. I believe that Benzo is the best player on the team, and it's kind of crazy how good he is. But I don't think he's going to be in the league for another 2 full years because I don't think he's going to be eligible this season or next season. I think we might have to wait actually 3 more seasons for him to get. I think he's 15. So very talented player in Benzo. It's been fun watching him. He's played with everybody, so it's been fun watching him dominate and win.
Shout out to Mamba in the chat, White Mamba. But yeah, I believe it's at least season 7 that we're going to have to wait till. And I disagree with you. I'm going to go ahead with Cooks, especially because of that league experience. Like I said, to me, that gives you a lot of brownie points in my book. As you get a 3 from the top of the key to make it A2 ball game.
Yes, sir. We've called him a lot this year. He's usually under the tag, certainly him. I believe that's his PlayStation tag.
That sure is. And you've got Saint and Myles here as well. So you're saying you're taking Benzo over the tip-off champion Saint and over BigMFReign.
It's tough. I think that out of all of them, Benzo will end up having the best league career. I think he is going to come in and instantly be like one of the 10 to 15 best players in the league. He's really good. He's a crackhead at 2K. He's sick.
I would say somebody clip that, but I don't feel like waiting 3 years to tell you you're wrong. So I'll just wait for your other takes to prove you're wrong. That's perfectly fine. We got
we got a lot. It's it's like Glizzy too, man. Like Glizzy last night. I don't know if you caught him playing with the Liquid Squad. Big comeback win for them over Malik and Why Not Us. That was a fun one. I caught the highlights of those this morning.
You know how I know if Liquid had a great Pro-Am game or not?
Yeah.
It's when Seldom tweets. When Seldom tweets, that's when I know that Liquid was doing some shit that night.
Yeah, he definitely lets you know.
Excited to watch him play. I know he went out to, I believe it was LA for the Budweiser tournament there. He made some moves happen. So excited to see him play in Vegas. Hopefully you've got a little bit of a snowflake as you get the ball right back to Cooks. He's going to light that one up. Not going to go. Offensive board. Pump fake 1, 2, 3. Got to get it out. Got to call a timeout. He says, screw you. I know what I'm doing. Puts it back up.
Mashy.
A 10-5 game. He is overbearing. Who's overbearing? I think he's somewhat seldom. You're not talking about me, are you? We'll get you guys that listening in the start of the second quarter.
I think you're pretty overbearing for what it's worth. Actually, that's not really possible. You're like kind of underbearing because you're so short, but yeah, you can't really bear over someone.
I'm surprised you decided to deal with me for 12 months out of the year. I thought 6 months after the league you would have taken a break because that one's not going to go. Quick foul.
You know what? During COVID, you need people to talk to. I think you know, at some point we all go crazy just sitting around by ourselves.
So pretty much it was me and Champ, and you decided to take me over Champ. I'll take it. That's fine. No worries.
Wow.
Cooks.
I would have talked to Ev about that one.
Trying to make something happen. Philip ain't got nothing to say. Shot clock winding down. Gets it down to Rain. Rain.
Nice.
Another mashy move. Is there an answer for him? Probably not. Appreciate all 211 of you in the chat hanging out with us here. This is a best of 5. So we've got a couple more games left at the very least, as that's going to be another foul. Should put him at the free throw line, and it does. You know, it's interesting to see Seldum's journey. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he had a pretty good, pretty solid post-draft last year, but I did not expect him to continue that momentum the way that he has in pre-draft. It'll be interesting to see if he gets drafted. A lot more work left to be done, no question about it, but that's someone to keep an eye on in terms of stocks to watch.
Yeah, for sure. We're getting closer and closer, man. I think I'm going to start writing my draft guide right when we get back from Vegas. I think I'll probably establish my final big board, really start working. Because at that point, you know, it's really just February is really just going to be like the whole interview process and stuff. I don't think at that point we're going to have any like huge tournaments or any more like real gameplay. We'll probably just have I guess the pro-am will be over too. So yeah, it'll just be kind of a month of interviews and a lot of 10s. But yeah, the draft guide will start and the rankings will conclude. It should be fun.
I hope your draft guide is better than last year. I don't know if it was the draft guide or what it was, but the draft notes, who can forget?
No,
from
please
last
don't. You know,
year.
it's funny. We're talking about those today in emails. We're going to update the graphics this year. So.
All right. I'm just saying, somebody work on that formatting because it made you look real bad.
You know what? I think it added to the fun of the event. I enjoyed that people didn't take them too seriously and were like almost looking forward to them to laugh at them. So I appreciate the laughing at the chaos. I respect it.
We're still talking about it 10 months later. That is the end of the first quarter. It's 17-10. Nothing to something with a 7-point lead, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Not something you see often. Hey, the SSBA days. Listen, man, I want a ring, you know how, so SSBA was like we'll call it a watered down WR Select, if you will, right? I made it. My team made it to the finals. I got benched. I didn't get to play the finals. But look, I still got a ring. But look,
no, wait. Hold on. Did you get
shut
benched
up. We're not talking about
the finals?
No, I mean, listen, politics came into play.
Did you get benched on finals week? Oh no! They brought somebody in to replace you for the finals.
He was already on the team. You know what I mean, Mr.
Brutal.
Whatever. What I'm saying is, I never got a chance to put up a ring or a trophy on my bio because I felt like that was a little cheesy. But anyway,
you can put a banner on there for the turn. You're such a big part of the Hornets' success.
That's what I should do. So waiting for that paycheck from Big West. Along with my apparel. It's a 2013 ball game here. Let's go ahead and get a listen in, Coach Jay. Whenever you're ready, we'll head on down that way. All right, we're ready for that listen in, and let's check it out.
I did get that.
They both took off.
6 points.
I'm with you.
102 over here. It ain't done no more.
Go for me, horse. Come on.
Hey, Hart, so you watch the center drop every time, Brody.
Yep.
Next time I'm about that corner.
I got your ass. I got your, yep, I got your center pass.
Come on.
Go.
I'm here.
Oh my God, is he?
Couldn't even get back in front.
Giving this one, y'all.
Goddamn person. He's literally just.
I ain't gonna lie. Like the way we playing right now, we just had to double team at that point. Like, because we getting left way too early in the shot clock.
What it is? 9.
Yeah, fun enough.
Come here, Perox.
I'll shoot over just in case. Let me shoot over.
Good pass, though. Let's go.
Thank you.
Stop her. I'm left corner. Play that right.
Gotta watch that.
Come on, fellas. I gotta stop.
It's just the quick cross, yeah. Alright, now let's
go, bro.
I'm getting my shit tossed, bro. Nah. Come on.
Go through it. I'm gonna shoot
You
it.
got the guard on you.
I thought you didn't get the free.
You
No,
ain't say nothing though.
I know I didn't talk, but
J-Boy, you should have waited and fouled.
Yeah, like you know you wanted that shot.
I just seen him in position. I should have said something though. I just seen him in position. I didn't know he was gonna move. I just seen him in position, bro. God damn, bro. Fuck. Come on. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, babe. You straight. That's me.
Watch that. Watch that.
That's me. Go. Free board.
Yeah,
I gotta
I
stop
don't
that
see no.
shit.
Oh,
That's me. Yeah, I'm fucking 2 for 7. Come on.
let me still because he high as
Come
shit.
on. Play the horse. What are you guarding? Come on.
Yeah, dirty.
Right there.
You did. Rotate.
I don't know, bro. Like
I'm having to guard too. Like, what's
that's
going
fine,
on,
man.
fellas?
But I try to still.
It was only because 2 had bad over there. He reached.
Need it. There we go.
Come
Come
bro.
on.
I'm not missing.
I'm not going. Come on, keep it going. The second quarter. Lock in.
That's Gucci.
You got him. Good D. Fucking 2-step. I see it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Come on, man.
Come on.
Fade.
Got the fade. Oh, he did the move. I watched the fade.
That bitch just stopped. No, the fucking pass
Walk
there.
back.
He ain't hitting that.
I
got top.
You got J-Boy, you got to stay. J-Boy, you got to
No,
stay.
why are you?
No, I could have got to hash, bro. I could have got to the hash, bro.
Oh, I did not.
I said,
Yeah, like you just sat there in the paint with him. Like, why are you in the paint with him?
Whoa. I got left.
Stay left. I'm right. Watch the fade. Board. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it going right now. Get it going.
Hitting.
Dunk that. Let's dunk. Fuck it. Dunk it.
That's a good pass.
Even better. Got to green it.
Me too.
Nah.
yeah.
I ain't gonna count. You got that.
I didn't think he was making a 22. That's a good pass. He just shouldn't have. 22. That's kind of.
No, y'all.
Me.
Hey, yo.
Oh, I got still.
Come there, board. Come on, board. There we go.
Good ball, Harsh.
Oh, yeah. That's a score.
It ain't there. It's not there.
Good. J-Boy, you got to come up.
They're selling out. Make the next best pass. Y'all fine.
Come on.
I think he's going to be the same spot.
Wait.
What did I say? I thought it was my handoff.
I got trapped. Seeing you.
Come on. Trying to get a football. Trying to get off gold. I'm going to fucking
ooh, wait, come on, man. Just come on, bro. Let's get it. Lock on.
Oh, yeah, we got it. This is me. I gotta get a stop.
So over under, we get a quit out before the fourth quarter, Harris.
I'm, outside of that, man, I'm just a little bit more concerned, like how poorly they're shooting threes. Like JBoyGoCrazy is 0 for 6. And I don't want to accuse anybody of throwing a game, of course, but I mean, what is going on? You seeing this? Like he's launching late air balls, like fully covered. I don't know what's going on.
See a little bit of a play call action. Get that cut from the right corner. Nice little alley-oop to connect to make it a 20-plus point game. I mean, to me, I'm keeping an eye on Splash. We talked about his struggles. I think he went 1 for 6 in game 1. Now you've got game 2 coming into the second half, shooting 2 for 8, 2 for 4 from 3-point line. Not even a single bucket you mentioned for JBoyGoCrazy. Saint with a nice pass, and that one's going to go. A little midi there. Just, shooting atrocious.
Yeah, I think this is what happens when you have we've mentioned this before. This is what it's called, a team of amateurs taking on a team full of pros, right? You have 5 players on the other court who are all pro level players going up against 5 guys who probably aren't, maybe outside of like just Peroxide. You could probably go up against a couple pro guys, but yeah, it's just 5 pro players going up against an amateur team. And this is what you're going to get.
Their Impact Nation is making nothing to something look like no look out there.
I mean, look, they have the talent to certainly play like this against anybody, but I am just not really making it hard on them.
Look, you put up this team in no look, I'm taking no look. But the point being is they're getting those turnovers, they're getting those rebounds, filling the lanes to the 3-point line, knocking them down. Look at that. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Charlie says, see, Xbox really China League. I mean, it's
oh man, the CFL.
There's a reason the NBA 2K League is on PlayStation.
Hey, knocked out shot from Jay.
Oh, he finally hit one.
20-point ball game.
Proud of him. I'm very proud of him.
Stop it. Speaking of Xbox and PlayStation, it'll be really interesting to see how many teams are being represented on the Xbox side and how many teams are registered on the PlayStation side.
I have a pretty strong feeling it's going to leave heavy towards PS5. PS5 will probably be, you know what it'll be? PS5 will be an absolute gauntlet, and Xbox will be like 4 or 5 really good teams that just duke it out.
Yeah. Already talking.
No.
Okay, come on. Don't.
No.
Oh, and he did. He got and he greened the layup.
At least it's off the backboard for a layup. If he threw the dunk down, it's been a little bit too much for me. I would have fallen out of my chair.
Peroxide goes ahead and gets stripped, going the other way. Benzo going to get fouled. It's the best defense we've seen so far. That is the foul.
Benzo is in the chat while he's playing in this game.
Benzo trying to pull a Kina. Kina's always in the chat.
I thought he hit that. That's
you know what
crazy.
Kina does when Kina's playing and he's down, let's just say 10, whatever. He'll come up in the chat and be like, the opposing point guard's goated. Draft him now.
Goated. Yep. So that's what they're saying about No Cap, man. Well, though No Cap and crew got the smackdown put on him yesterday by I believe it was by Charlie and company.
I think the funniest thing was when I believe it was Kina who lost because they had a last second alley-oop attempt that did not connect or something like that. And Kina was in the chat. The second it happened, he was like, this game's awesome. I love it. I love playing this game. Shot there from Cooks, left fadeaway. Oh man. We gotta find a way to make this a little bit more entertaining. This is what we do. Horse trying to make something happen. Realizes he can't pick up his dribble.
No Cap played no look. There you go.
That's what it was.
Thank you. I knew that it was one team or the other. I forgot.
Shout out to Bash in the chat. We were just talking about no look. All right, let me ask you this, since there's not much to talk about here. Can no look beat at least one 2K League team from season 4, if not more?
This current no look team?
Yeah, the current no look team, right? Because they got pro players.
They would have probably ruined
like they're beating the Lakers.
Gaming. They would have
Okay, cool. So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because the conversation is always about like, oh, can Alabama beat the Browns? This isn't exactly that,
like, I remember,
but still.
It also depends on the players, right? Because like even last year, people were like, oh, you put this RDG team in the league and they're going to smoke everyone. It's like, no, because the players that are on RDG against other league players haven't been that good. But like, you know, that no-look team is 5 potential all-stars. Like it's just a little bit different, you know?
Benzo cooking him up as he's cooking in green. He's probably typing in the chat. No question about it. But okay, I'm just curious. All right, here's another one. Think about it if you want to, because we will be back for a game 3. No question about it. Which team do you think is equivalent in the league to what No Look's roster is like today? You know what I mean? Kind of like that team where it's like a 50-50. You know what I mean?
That's a good one. I have to think about it.
You think about it. We got plenty of time. We're hanging out till midnight.
It's in the upper echelon of teams for sure. Because
they're mediocre, right?
I don't think
average is what I'm saying.
I don't think they'd be average. I mean, look, so it's what? Shifty, Crazy, Slaughter, And then the backcourt is Kai and Bash. Oh, man. I mean,
oh, you're right.
That might be a playoff team, honestly.
Hey, Bash, you're in the chat. You taking? Never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Over the course of a full season, I think over the course of a full regular season, I think that team would make the playoffs, but probably lose in the playoffs.
You've got Benzo defending not just himself, but also playing at the same time.
I tell you, he's
you gotta love
disrespectful.
And that's gonna be a foul. It is disrespectful. Oh man. Wonder if Benzo's gonna be out there in Vegas. He might need a parent, a guardian, or a chaperone to enter the HyperX arena, but look at some waiver forms for you, pal. Cooks,
nice shot.
Lighting things up. But we've been talking about the league and a bunch of random stuff because this game is pretty much not that interesting. But Benzo's really been lighting things up as he goes ahead and gets the 2. Cooks, by the way, 23 points, shooting almost 80% from the 3-point line.
Very impressive.
I feel like we should go to a listen in.
I mean, you might be just listening to sadness. They have 48 combined points in the backcourt. I think I just saw that Benzo and Cooks are 17 of 22 from the field.
Oh, Benzo trying to get a little crazy with it. Had a shot, decided to be a lunatic about it, giving the offensive board and the putback is rain. All right, look, Kino wants to know, what are your Vegas predictions on the Xbox and PlayStation 5 side?
Oh, man. I haven't, it's hard to say until we see the brackets. Because
very true.
We don't know, what teams are going to have to go up against another, because we might have some big-time teams that just knock each other out.
I haven't seen? I'm sorry, go ahead and I'll continue.
I think there's going to be a lot of potential for upsets this year, because I don't know what the format is going to be, if it's like best of 1 or best of 3 series. I don't know what it is, but it's just going to be very spicy. And I think we're going to have a lot of upsets. I think there are going to be some really good teams that go home in round 1. I think it's going to be nothing like March Madness. It's just going to be, it might be all upsets. It might be all favorites. I think anything could happen.
Famous, I'll tell you what, we'll go to the listen in. I'm trying. All right, listen, I went away from listen. I'm back to listen. So you know what we're going to do?
Listen
Coach Jay,
and lighting things up. There's
no
way. Oh, no.
Look at this.
Out of body, look at this dumb shit, bro. Shitty ass motherfuckers want to play out of body, bro. Come on, bro. Shit is fucking sad, bro. Wake the fuck up right now.
Oh my god.
That's not.
Our corner. Come on.
Really? Go. Look
Oh my god. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the next one. Yeah, I'm not either. Get the next one. Get the next one. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, this is man.
Wake the fuck up, bro.
This shit is definitely blowing my shit. I ain't gonna lie. We definitely gotta get some shit going.
Harris, are you surprised?
No.
Yeah, me neither. That was game 2. Just a continuation of game 1. Unfortunately, let's be serious for a moment, right? Splash for Impact Nation. Unfortunately, the struggles just continue. We talked about him going approximately 1 for 6 in game 1, 3 for 9 here. And J-Boy just wasn't able to get things going or help out. We've often talked about the point guard leads the offense, but if the point guard's struggling, the 2 guards got to step up. And JBoyGoCrazy was playing hide and go seek, and he couldn't find it himself.